since I know you're Fred, you're the subprime hero, man. Why do you think like what's the stigma about subprime? Like, why are folks run away from it, especially as things with this COVID-19? A lot of folks are losing their jobs and things are getting worse. Like, I think that as a culture, as a dealership, as an industry rather, we should really embrace that and put more process in place to smooth that transition, because it's hell right now for a lot of folks to get approved. You
know what? And you're 100%. All those things you just touched. People being on furlough, people losing their jobs, businesses shutting down, the whole nine, and having subprime credit on top of that. How difficult is that for a person? And that's the difference between somebody who's doing it and somebody who's not is really, honestly, laziness. And I hate to use that word. Maybe I need to put the word away. Slight ignorance. That's a bad word too. I don't mean to use derogatory words towards that. They just don't understand the process. It's very simple. It starts from the top. It stops from management. Management has to understand what's needed for those deals, right? From the desk guy working the deal to the salesperson after that, understanding what steps to collect so they can get paid and get paid in a timely manner. Also, the dealer can get paid in a timely manner also. But once you get all that stuff together and you have everybody understands the process, I'm talking everybody. So when the finance guy has a deal, it's pretty much a done deal. All you got to do is package, make copies, send it, boom, boom, boom. You get funded, within 48 to 72 hours. But most places don't want to do that. They just want the one where you don't have to prove anything. You just get a copy of their insurance card, copy of license, and done.
I think dealerships have actually, I was going to share this at some point or another out there, but I think dealerships set themselves up for that. The same way that they set up a business plan, they create their avatar that says that it needs to be this person that has a streamlined financial setup.
Sure.
And it does not include the person that it takes to chase down a person proving that they are who they are.
Sure.
And because that's the avatar of so many dealerships that don't want to set their business practice up to deal with that on the front end, because I'm a front end guy, those that set themselves up to have that customer then put themselves in a mode where they don't know how to process this money that is green money coming into your establishment.
A lot of green money.
Okay. From all
I'm telling you.
people, from all walks of life, the same people that were 800s 3 months ago, but life hit them with a calamity, and now they don't get the same financing that they used to get. You know what I mean? And they're rebuilding themselves.
Man, they're so appreciative.
All kinds of people fall into the subprime, but because a dealership doesn't go fishing for that particular kind of fish, they don't know how to process it, to fillet it, to prepare it, and to package it where it needs to go. Not every market's going to buy tuna. Some other markets sell salmon. And in order to, if you're saying you're only going to go out fishing for salmon, well, then you don't know what to do inside of the waters that it takes to get tuna. But no matter what, we're all finding out that right now we got to eat.
Man,
got to go for it, man.
But that's the thing, right now, after this whole thing that's just happened, there's going to be way more subprime, way more of that business. So that is a huge market share that's going to be happening. Banks are going to adjust. I've seen some already adjust. Capital One, they're allowing furlough pay. They're like, if as long as they can prove that they work somewhere else and they're currently getting furlough pay, we're going to go ahead and do those deals. And that's just one bank. That's just a bank that most people know across the nation, Capital One. Okay, so come on, people. It's something you have to do. Subprime business is appreciative business. It is first pencil business, and I don't mean that in a wrong way, but they appreciate it so much if you just show them a little respect. I have seen more times than not, people come to my store. They've been to 5 different stores. All right. I live right outside the Louisville area. Our store is probably 40 miles south. Most of my people drive about an hour to come buy cars because they go get their credit pulled and they never get submitted to any bank at all. They come to my store. I see credit pulls at the bottom of the bureau, and I see that they go to this lender or this bank or this dealership. I went through everything but what I need to say. And then you'll see nothing but dealership names. You never see a subprime lender put in there. You never see any of this stuff. I submit it, get them approved. They buy a car. They're just like blown away. They're like, I should have drove this hour a long time ago. I understand that they don't want to drive an hour between where my store is and where they are. It's like 30, 40 different dealerships.
So that's huge. That speaks highly of what y'all do for people, though, the fact that they will travel. I think one of the big misconceptions, too, with subprime is the fact that, at least the way I was always taught coming to business was, they're not loyal. You know what I'm saying? That type of customer isn't loyal. They're just looking for the first person to get them done. However, what I found is when you treat them with respect and treat them like people, like I'm not a big fan of calling folks, bogues, roaches. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. Like every time I do
people, yeah,
exactly. One of the biggest things I learned when I first came in was, a guy by the name of Phil. I was with Group One when I started, and he always focused on we're in the people business. We just happen to sell cars. And when you have that mentality, you treat folks with respect, regardless of what the credit score is, boom. You know what I'm saying? You can become that guy. Because cool, you may not be able to get them done. Maybe they got too much going on, but they've got friends, they've got family members. And once you get inserted into their, into that group, that niche, it's a hit all day. Absolutely.
And there's no doubt. And that's such a fact. And everything about that. If you treat everybody that walks on the lot like a millionaire, like that you want their business so much, and you're going to give them a bottle of water, you're going to get them a cookie, you're going to do whatever it takes to make them happy. You're going to pull the car around and make it and open up the doors for them, and let them see, and make them feel great. You ask them questions and actually listen. Remember their name. That's huge. That's huge. It's so many. I think I could promise you walk into any given dealership on a busy day and you go to a salesperson, ask them what their customer's name. I'd say 75% won't even know it. That's sad. It's sad, but it's something that needs to be addressed. And if you address it, it gets fixed. When it's put in front of your face, you tend to make it better. So I think that the more we talk about that and we get people to start being more caring and having empathy, this is what this whole new generation is about, man. And I kind of like it a little bit. I like the old school, don't get me wrong, but I do love a lot of this new school mentality. So, it's very good to see people caring about other people. A lot of these new guys I'm working with.